is going on, you absolute champions? That is right. We are back. Beer Buddy's back. After last weekend's hiatus, shall we say. Had a bit of a medical scare. I've actually got Bell's palsy at the moment, so half my face don't work. So there you go. It's the official announcement. No biggie. Wife thought I had a stroke, but I had to do the other streams, and then when she eventually found out properly that half my face went numb, she lost the plot of me and sent me to the hospital. So I had to cancel Saturday night stream. Regardless, we are here tonight, and I'll tell you what, have we got someone special on, because they are one of the many acts that are playing at Jimna Rocks 2023. So please welcome to the stream tonight, Ben from Chavez Cartel. How are you going, my friend?
Yeah, going good, mate. Good to have you.
Good to have you, my friend. Seriously. Congratulations on all the current success that you guys are going through at the moment. I was having a look at your socials today and stuff like that. You guys have amassed like nearly 8,000 followers on Facebook. Your streams are trickling in nice and steady on Spotify and stuff like that too. It's quite the achievement. Very, very good.
Yeah, thanks, mate. We've been a little bit quiet on socials for the last few weeks, but it's not because we've been quiet. It's been opposite, actually. We've been very busy. We've had so much to focus on, which I guess we'll get to. But yeah, man, thanks for checking us out.
No, seriously. One thing that I love about your guys' music, every track sounds like it needs to be in either a Quentin Tarantino movie or a Kevin Smith film. It's just, the
PR company we've got working with us on this next release, she said same. She said it sounds like a Tarantino movie. And as we touched upon earlier, I did use Peaky Blinders as an inspiration, so that soundtrack feel is definitely what we've been trying to do. So
very good. Well, I mean, it seriously does shine right through, and like I was saying to you before we sort of started, that yeah, you guys have this awesome balance of having so much ambience but being so minimal at the same time. It reminds me of this 90s grunge, Alice in Chains, the twang, that metal twang that you guys have on certain songs in the guitar. It's just, everything is just so thick in the mix and so well, but it's there and it's not. It's just, yeah, like, tell us a bit about the, I guess, just your mixes, because they sound great.
Yeah, well, we got especially on his newer stuff, we got like a real good live energy when we play now. We didn't always have that. It's something we've worked on for a long time to kind of get here. And we did want to capture that. We didn't quite want live recordings, but we wanted it to clip in places. We wanted it to sound a bit rough and raw. So we kind of we delivered a couple of takes, and we said to producer, just make this sound as rough as you can, but within the lines of professionalism. And we just kind of let him have that freedom. We just wanted to push the dirt, I guess.
Well, and that's the thing, like, push the dirt is a very, very good statement, because it's almost like a muddy grunge sound, but it's such a beautiful sound at the same time. Yeah,
we always had that, and I guess it probably just accidentally, just putting some simple riffs together, it came out quite grungy, and my voice is it's pretty rough and fucked. So I guess we were always going to be around that area when we started. As we've got on, we've got a few more layers now. We're a bit more effects heavy, but yeah, that grunge is definitely foundation of project, but we've come a lot more into, in my opinion, more like a post-punk or rock.
Yeah,
it's a bit more punk and rocky these days. Yeah, but definitely grunge foundation.
I would almost sort of say you're experimental grunge with some of the weird and wacky sort of effects and stuff that you guys use.
Yeah, we've been playing around with that lately. Well, I said Jack and Josh, they're bass and guitar. They've been experimenting a lot lately. They've been pushing one another, like, in a healthy way. They just kind of bounce off one another, and that's really pushed us sound forward. It's definitely we're definitely like a quartet when it comes to everything. We share responsibility in writing, and yeah, we're in a real healthy spot at the minute, man. Especially with writing, it's just four lads getting together, four mates, and we just kind of chuck an opinion in and see what we can do.
Well, man, I'm loving every second of it. It's the one thing I love about these festivals, which everyone should go get these tickets to, is, especially now with Spotify and stuff like that, when the lineup comes out, there's no excuse not to go have a look at each and every band on there.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And, now I have the opportunity to now do this and talk to every band that's on there. and talk to
Yeah,
members from all the bands that are on there, which is fantastic, you know. And if people
it-
go to these shows, then they get to talk to you on the day too, because it's one of those type of camping shows that don't really separate the bands from the people, which is very
yeah.
good. But dude, take us through a little bit of the history of the band, because I noticed you guys sort of started out in 2019, and then the Big C hit and stuff like that, and really sort of, I guess, would have put you guys on hiatus. Tell us how the sort of
Uh,
the conception through the break, the forced break, and now coming into this.
well, we actually started in 20. It was either late 2016 or early 2017, but the current lineup that we are now, which is lineup will be forever. Well, I hope so. Is that's 2019. So we just got going. We just started to play festivals again. We I think biggest festival we played, we're up at Rockhampton. We played Rockhampton River Festival. I think we did headline stage with the Vans and Alice Ivy. That were a pretty good one.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, got a bit of momentum, man. And like I said earlier before we were on air, we did get some good opportunities around then. That kind of fizzled out with COVID, but I think we probably would have ruined them then. We weren't quite ready. We didn't quite have that product that we all believed in fully. So I do feel like for everything negative that COVID brought, it did us a favour in a lot of ways too, as a band. It gave us some, like behind the doors, much needed space, you know what I mean?
Well, I've said this. I'm going to sound like a broken record by the end of this on these streams, but COVID was make or break for a lot of bands. You know, it separated the players from the stayers, and that was a big thing with it. And I've said it so many times.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even remember most of it. Kind of all just one big blur, but we would have definitely had some in-house like negativities and stuff, and there would have been times where we were thinking, what the fuck are we doing? We can't gig, we can't this. It were difficult at times to stay focused and ambitious and hungry, but as I said, it had a lot of positives for us too, because it gave us a chance to just step away and just actually really focus on getting better as songwriters, which we really did need to do looking back.
Well, man, the current releases are a testament to that. So you guys obviously got into the grind during COVID, and now look at your current releases.
Yeah, and they're going well. So them new releases that you're referring to, they're off an EP that's coming out in February. We've just got a confirmed date, but it's looking like last couple of days in February.
Yep.
That got signed to a record label in UK, just outside London, and they're like pulling a few strings for us over there. We've got a UK tour from that in May, which we're actually arranging right now. So things are. We've got the guy from the label over there. He's managing us over there, and he's kind of pulling all sorts of opportunities in some big festivals, which I can't really announce just yet because they've not been announced on socials and things. But yeah, there's a lot happening over there that we can't share just yet, but it's real.
That's fantastic news, but that's exactly what you want. I guess the more you can't share, the busier you are, essentially.
Yeah, that's it. And we can't wait to share it. But right now, all I'll say is that these opportunities that are coming, that we couldn't have dreamed of them a couple of years ago. They're really, they're good. Well, exciting.
It's well deserved, man. It's seriously well deserved. I seriously cannot wait to see you see Chavez Cartel at Jimna Rocks 2023.
Thanks, mate. I look forward to seeing you as well.
Please do tell us how you managed to get on this very, very, very pristine festival.
Mate, so we pretty much just run ourselves here. We've not got a manager in Australia. We've just got one in UK. So it were really lucky. We saw a post somewhere, or one of the boys saw a post, and it was last minute. They were pretty much just announcing full lineup, and I messaged Kaza, who I know from working together in past, and I knew she were organising it, and she got us on last minute. I think we're probably the last band to get added. So I think we just we messaged her probably within the last couple of days we were able to, and she got us on. So pretty lucky. All that wasted time scrolling Facebook like a fucking vegetable, it kind of paid off in that one, because we were lazily scrolling and we found something worth looking at.
Well, mate, that's how some of the best shows get started, man, And I remember seeing a couple of those posts where she was looking for bands, and I think you guys are an absolute perfect mix for what Jimna Rocks represents, and yeah, I reckon it's just going to be an absolute blinder.
Yeah, we can't wait, man, just to get out into the sticks and set up tent and just camp out with everyone, because I mean, we're probably playing for like 45 or 60 minutes, but apart from that, we're there as party goers, I guess.
It is. It is such a. It is such an amazing party. I'm sorry about that. My daughter just walking.
Right, all
Um,
good. How old's your daughter?
She's 4.
Yeah, I
She's
got a
4.
3.5-year-old, man. It's a good age, eh?
Yeah, they're great. They're just so inquisitive. She's always interested in what I'm doing in here, talking to
Yeah.
people, and yeah,
Yeah.
she loves it. She loves it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's
a good age.
Yeah, it is. It is. There's just so many questions. There's just well, there's so many questions though.
Yeah, why? When? What?
Yep.
Why?
When everything,
Why
the
not?
whole lot, man.
Yeah.
So you were talking about how you your live shows weren't exactly something, and now they're a bit different now. What can we expect from a Chavez Cartel's live show for
I
all the
think
people out there that haven't seen?
Energy's got more punky, and like I touched upon earlier, I think it's a confidence thing. Just having utmost confidence in exactly what you're doing now, like on all fronts. That's really like, I don't know. It's been infectious, you know. We're confident in, like, I reckon now the best way to explain it is we're now recording music that we were by ourselves, like we'd listen to it ourselves, and I'm not sure we could always say that. So when we're performing these songs that we truly believe in and we like, it adds an element of confidence and probably like this punky energy that we never had before. It's just we're just a much better live act, man. We just got a lot of energy, a lot of confidence, and yeah, I think that we're not a punk band, but we've got punky attitude when we play.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, when you for anyone that hasn't gone out there and listened to it yet, get your ass out there and listen to it. Hurry up. It's Alice in Chainsy. It's Sex Pistols-y. It's anything from that sort of a maybe 90s backwards grunge, punk, and hard rock. And it just it all sits so well, but then you sort of you throw in all those little bits and pieces that you guys sort of throw in there on top of that, and the dissonance in your vocals and the way your vocals are recorded is just something spectacular. Do you know what I mean? I really appreciate how it's almost Tool-esque as well.
Oh yeah, it's funny that because we've had Tool obviously like fantastic musicians and their arrangements are pretty peculiar. But we do have a couple of things like in pipeline as well, where we actually refer to them as Tool songs because they just sound a little bit like that.
Because
different tunings and different timings.
Yeah. So you do you just sing, or do you play guitar as well? I haven't really sort of delved into too many photos or anything like that. And
no one will ever see me play guitar on stage. I can play guitar at home and write a few things, but there's a reason why I'll just sing on stage, mate. All about my guitar playing.
Nice.
When you see Jack and Josh on stage, there's no need for a third. It's like having a couple of octopus on stage, man. They're so good at what they do.
Oh, serious? They're freaks, are they?
Yeah, they are, yeah.
That's good, though. You need that. That. I mean, so give us a full rundown. It's a 4-piece, 5-piece. What's the arrangement?
No, we tried for a 5th for a while. Didn't quite work. You know, trying to get another head in with another opinion and another style of playing. We just couldn't quite get it to work. So we're back to 4. Josh sometimes jumps on second guitar to he'll put his bass down, and it just works, man. As I said earlier, we've experimented with sounds just to get a bit more like full, you know, like a bit noisier as a 4-piece, and that's worked. So we've got Tom on drums, Josh on bass, Jack on guitar, and me up front.
Okay. I think I've been sitting here stewing over it and just trying to. You guys are progressive grunge.
Okay.
That is what I would call you guys, because it doesn't quite sit in that grunge thing, but you guys are so progressive with it. It is still grunge, but it's not. And yeah, it's really interesting, man. Like how did you guys sort of find each other in the sense as a unit? Because the music is very unique.
I think, right, and this is why it took such a long time to get a product that we actually really like, because we became good friends. So I met Tom probably 6 or 7 years ago. I think I put an ad out for a drummer on Facebook a long time ago, and Tom responded. So that's how I met Tom. Fast forward a couple of years, we met Jack through a friend of a friend. And then we met Josh. He actually came to one of our early shows, and we got good friends. Josh has got fucking phenomenal hair, and I actually fucking I were off my hair on stage, and I got off, and I'm like, man, your hair's fucking amazing. Do you want to be in band? And he said, yeah, and that's honestly how we got him in band. I complimented his hair and asked him to join, and he joined.
Oh man, that's just like a corn story. That's awesome. I love that shit.
But yeah, so we got him. If we were to list all bands we were into, all four of us have met completely different lists. There's not much we mutually agree on, but there are a couple.
Yeah.
So it took a time to like chuck everyone's ideas in, and then we had to sift through what worked. So like we all had to. I guess it was just a really nice compromise in end, and what we've got now is stronger than anything we could have done individually. So what we've done is we just had to find out what worked and what didn't, and we'll still find something. We'll always be finding out, but we just got better at getting Zeds together and agreeing on things.
Well, I'm really interested to see the EP coming up. Are we expecting, how many tracks are we expecting on this EP? Like from old to new stuff we haven't heard and stuff like that.
6 tracks on this new one. There's one song called Man's Best Friend that's already up on socials. There's a radio edit of Coming Around, which is up there just for a bit of a teaser. But yeah, so there'll be a full version of Coming Around, and then 5 songs that no one's heard. Yeah,
nice. So you're actually getting something nice and meaty out there, not relying on the old stuff too much to sort of push.
We're not relying on old stuff at all anymore. And I think once as I mentioned earlier, once we've got Jimna out at way and got this UK tour out at way, we'll be back in studio, and I think we'll probably be discussing his first LP then, I think.
Oh, okay. So, because this was going to be my next question. Like, because I noticed, and this is something I just like to delve into with all the bands now, with the current social media and the way algorithms and stuff like that work on Spotify, is that it seems to me that it's kind of worked, you guys just dropping singles at a time.
Yeah.
As opposed to doing, and look, I'm not trying to tell you how to run Chavez Cartel or tell any band how to run their business out there, but at the end of the day, we all got to appease algorithm gods and stuff like that. And I know people probably hate me saying it and stuff like that because it takes the purity out of music, but I'm here to hope to God that good bands make good money and get somewhere.
Well, to be honest, man, and like, if you speak to any musician at our stage, it's not about money, because we fucking lose money fucking often.
You know what I mean?
And right now, it's just, when I say we record an LP, we're still gonna, most people record, your record will come out for another 18 months after that anyway, so you've got a long period to fucking... So, say if we did record an LP in like June, July, August, we'd just trickle feed some singles, man. So I'm with you. I agree with what.
Because that's the hardest thing, like, because at the moment, like, I'm just looking at your I don't, like, you probably, and this is what I'm saying, you don't look at the numbers, do you know what I mean? Like, that's not probably something you really do, but me being on sort of this end of the scale, this is something that I sort of not have to look into, but I like to look into, because it's sort of a good gauge on what bands, what people, if people are picking up what you're putting down. And yep. You've got 2, okay, out. So you've released 5 singles.
Yeah.
All your singles have nearly amassed 20,000 hits on Spotify.
Yeah.
And that's off the trickle feed method. And you've spaced them out over, so what? When did Lucky Lucy came out in January of 2019.
Yeah.
And then Love on the Run came out in September. So that was, we'll call that a year from end to end. You had...
Well, Love on the Run's on a different record.
Okay.
But, yeah, like, with them previous releases too, we did all them, like, absolutely independently. You know, like, we put them out there. But with this next lot, we've actually got a little bit of an army with us now. We've got PR representation in Australia. We've got PR representation in UK. We've got a UK manager and a record label. So, yeah, it's not quite just us 4 now. It's there's a few more hands on deck. So I guess we'll see how that changes numbers.
I reckon they're gonna go gangbusters for you. You guys sit in such a good representation of music of what it actually can be used for, especially if you work on that progressive point of expanding out in a genre, but then trying to build on top of that genre. like we were saying before, that your movies, all like I was saying before, how all your songs sound like they need to be in Quentin Tarantino or Kevin Smith movies. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they just feel such a nice space, and it's beautiful when music can paint a picture in your mind, and that's what your music does. It's almost artistic. You can almost see color while you're listening to it in the weirdest sense. If anyone understands what I'm saying.
Yes. Thank you. But yeah, like as I said earlier, we have talked like more so me, but it's become like a band objective where that soundtrack feel it's something we're really fond of and try to actively create, you know.
So
And
it's very intentional.
yeah, and like I said earlier, Peaky Blinders, that were like a big eye opener for me, just how much I were into soundtracks, and yeah, that genre, that Peaky Blinders kind of genre, that just ingrained in me, and I just couldn't let that go.
Well, man, that can help bands explode. You know, you get on a good movie or something like that, or you get on a good TV show, or you know, just it does wonders. It does wonders.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah.
So, have Chavez Cartel got any shows other than Jimna that people can sort of maybe come out and get a sneak peek at you guys for?
Mate, right now, like I mentioned, sorry, I keep referring back to earlier. There's a lot that we can't announce just yet.
Yeah.
But what we can say is there's obviously Jimna, what we're speaking about now, and then there's Moondall Festival, which is a Brisbane festival. I think is in June. I think it is June 3rd. It's the day after Jack's birthday. And yeah, rest we have to keep hush about. But
okay.
4 weeks we'll have we'll have a lot of gigs to share.
Okay. What about merch and stuff like that? Have we got merch or anything like that that we can maybe buy at Jimna or any websites or anything like that for Chavez Cartel?
Yeah, we will for Jimna. We're gonna launch our online shop the same day we launch the next EP. So we'll have band tees and we'll have physical sales to sell. Like we've got vinyl to sell, and yeah. So if you're into records or t-shirts, then you can pick a couple up at Jimna should you wish.
Oh, I'll be coming up there with a full wallet and an empty one when I leave. I'm going to go home with so many t-shirts. I actually just booked my little camper van today.
Did ya?
Yeah, I got a little camper. I'm taking a couple of days off and going to be driving up there, and because I'm going to have the computer, the full setup coming up with me. We're going to be doing some filming. We're going to be making some noise. We're going to be doing some mucking around. It's going to be good this year.
Yeah, no, we're looking forward to it, man.
Yeah. Give us a little bit of a rundown on your band members, the other three guys in the band.
How honest would you like me to be?
Oh, they're not here to defend themselves, so you can be as honest as you like.
I can let rip. Yeah, I couldn't have wished for a worse three. No, they're all good lads, mate. They're all good lads. We've become very good friends through this project, and yeah. So Jack, he's a proper Queenslander. He's in fact, I'm pretty sure he'd not even left Queensland until maybe just after COVID. That's how much of a Queenslander he is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Jack's like real into old school classic rock. Guitar enthusiast. He's always collecting guitars. You were just born to play guitar, Jack. I think he started when he was about 4 or 5. Josh, he's very of his time. He's trendy. He's cool looking. He's just a vibe. Josh, he's a good lad. And then Tom on drums. I have always said he's just perfect band member. He turns up, no ego whatsoever. Just does his fucking job and nice friend. Tom's the perfect band member. Us, the rest of us aren't, but Tom is. Like, I'll give him that. He really is.
Oh, you gotta love that. There's always one person in the band, Matty Petrel, the perfect band member.
Tommy, and he just, no fucking dramas whatsoever. Just all you can ask for, really. Us three bring drama.
Yeah, well, it's like the fundamentals of what make up a band. You always need like the cooked one, the loud one, the mum or / dad.
Yeah.
You just need that dynamic in the band, and it's almost like Friends or some weird dysfunctional show like that. When you look at the whole thing.
Yeah, we've got something that works. I mean, it's been fucking farcical at times. It's quite comical, but right now we've got we are like a little family that works. I'd say I'm the dad. Tom's the mother, Jack's definitely naughty young kid, and Josh is like older brother. Yeah,
Yeah.
them two are like brothers. Them two. I mean, we're all like brothers to be, but we are like a family. Yeah.
Well, okay, so let's we'll just talk about the elephant in the room. I love the British accent,
Yeah.
Once my own heart. Love it. Um, coming out here, you said we were talking off stream before. You said you've been out here for 10 years. How hard was it for you when you came out here to find other musicians to work with, and also how involved were you in the music scene prior to coming out to Australia?
Not at all, really. I've always been into writing, like creative writing, but it weren't until later on where I got into music. I mean, I guess they were always supposed to be tunes, but I was more into writing poetry and stuff when I was younger. So words came long before music. I've always listened to music, collected music, and so yeah. Not when I got to Australia, I actually came to Australia. Or I came to Queensland to play rugby league. I lived up in Mackay, so it weren't until after I'd been in Australia a couple of years where them words sort of became songs. But it were difficult when I moved to Gold Coast. I didn't know anyone, and I mean I didn't know anyone. I knew two lads who I'd worked with up in Mackay, so I literally knew two people in a new city. So yeah, putting an act together in a city where I knew no one were difficult, and I wouldn't say I'm particularly great on social media either. So it were a fucking struggle, and we went through a lot of lineup changes at first, but we got there.
Oh well, mate, it's flourished into what is now the Chavez Cartel, and it's one hell of a flourish. Like, yeah, it's bloomed into one hell of a flower. You should be very proud, man. Like, yeah,
we are proud, man. Like, because it's only now like we can actually reflect. I mean, I'm not saying we're going to be fucking huge or that we've done anything of any real recognition, but we've got a few opportunities now which we could have only dreamt about a couple of years ago.
I got a funny feeling that I'll be hearing you guys in a new season of something or something like that with this, especially if you've got the right PR companies in Britain and stuff like that, in the UK working with you. I think that can only just go wonders for over there.
Well, we obviously hope so, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, like I was saying, we're at a point now where we actually are reflecting back, and we're like, yeah, thank fuck we kept going, thank fuck we went through all setbacks, and thank fuck we always realised that band were more important than us, sort of thing, you know what I mean? Like, we sometimes we bring an ego to the situation, and sometimes we have arguments, but it's usually creative arguments, man, to be fair. But it's difficult. It's like being married to three people. It's relationships are fucking hard, man, and there's always something to deal with. But it's only recently we've actually been reflecting back and thinking, you know what, boys, we've done a fucking good job, and we deserve this fucking position we're in, where we can jump on a plane and take his music overseas now,
mate. And it is 100% earned, 100% earned, man, 100%. Especially considering what you, like I said, like I keep saying this, what you guys have amassed such a sort of short amount of time. What you guys have done, I spent in a band, 2 years, and I didn't get those sort of numbers. Three, and I was on the grind, and there was no COVID there. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was longer than that. It was probably 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. I've been in and out of bands and never sort of hit numbers like that. And that's why I love doing this. And when you see small timers do what you guys have done, it just proves that a bit of ingenuity and grind and skill and determination can get you somewhere.
Well, no, I appreciate that, man. We are very determined. Tom's the one that grinds on socials for us. He more so like plugs the music. He tries to get streams and stuff. But we've all got his jobs, man, and we all do them to the best of our ability. There's not one of us that can do something that another one can do. We're all manning his post respectively, and we all contribute, man. And even if we're only moving forward slowly, then we're all doing his job, man.
Yeah, I like that. That's a great attitude to have. Like, I sort of look at it from a, when I talk to bands and stuff like that, it's a thing of, to me, you guys are bigger than what you guys understand.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at it from a punter's perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like, and I love how everyone I speak to is so humble about the whole thing, And it's always about the writing first, and that's the main objective. And everyone I've spoken to that's been involved with Jimna Rocks, there's no ego to it. There's no bullcrap. And everyone has the same perspective of, it's not about the fame. It's not about it's all about just connecting with that moment in front of you.
That's it. And I think I've got a different. I think the word success, you go through life with different definitions of it, you know. And right now, like the fact that we've been able to write and record music that we all are genuine fans of. Like if we had another band doing what we're doing, we'd be fans of that band. And right now, that's my definition of success. Like as an artist, if you can create stuff that you're actually proud of and you really genuinely like, then that's fucking success. And that's fine by me. If this is how it peaks, then so be it, man. Like we've done something, we've achieved something.
That's awesome. I love that shit. I'm clapping that one in. I love that shit. I love that shit. Do you mind if we show the lovely people out there that'll probably watch this afterwards and they're watching live a video clip from you guys?
That's great, because I need a piss. So yeah, if you can take it on for like a minute, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, go.
Down.
Oh, no, not that one. There we go. We will get rid of that one since it's gone to the bathroom. Not that one. That one. Okay. So let's go check out this awesome video clip from these guys. Let's just make sure I've got levels and stuff like that all good. Pause that. Turn that up for you. There we go. There we go. That should be right now. Alright, let's have a look, eh? Do love a good video clip here. Right, he's back. He's back. We can get him back in the screen. There we go.
She came through her like a creeping tide, all except my father's pride.
This one nice and loud for everyone. Great song.
What song is it?
What is the one? Sorry. Man's Best Friend. We got your latest one.
Yeah, we do like that one. That's a good choice. What beer are you drinking?
Oh, I am on tonight. What am I on? I'm on the Little Creatures Pale Ales. Just show them out there.
Yeah, nice ale that man.
Solid beer. They were cheap today, so. How long did the video clip take you to record from start to finish?
So we've got a videographer called Frosty. We've got a long-term working relationship with Frosty.
Yep.
And he does a lot of like work for commercials and stuff. So we did it over 2 locations. He got this project up, not quite near Jimna, but like up that way out in Sticks. He got a project for, I think it was Subaru or Toyota, that we were doing some kind of fucking commercial for the cars. Okay. And he hit us up saying, do you wanna check this location out and do half a video there? So I think we probably drove up, had 4 or 5 hours there one night. That footage we used in video, and that rest were done down on Gold Coast in his warehouse. That was done over probably a full 12-hour day.
Wow, because it gives me like, and I hope you don't take offence to this, because I mean this in the nicest way. The video clip reminds me of like watching. This is something like Beavis and Butthead would have watched, and it would have been on like MTV. It would have been one of the ones that they watched on the couch.
Yeah, again, that's like grunge era stuff, right?
Yeah, man. Like it's just it. Yeah. Yeah. And you played rugby league too. So explain this. So you came out here to play rugby league. Who did you actually come out here to play for? And you're a poet rugby league player. That's amazing. That's unreal.
I wouldn't say I were ever all them things at once.
Okay.
I played up in Mackay, local A grade comp call. So team were Magpies up there.
Yeah.
I got a friend. I'm from a town called Barnsley, which is in South Yorkshire, up north of England, and I got a good mate who's from Hull, and he captained the side up there, and he got me a trial up there that went quite well, and yeah, it kind of, I mean, in hindsight, he kind of got it where, you know, I didn't particularly want to fucking play rugby. I wanted to do the whole like fear and loathing sort of trip, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to go around new countries and you know, just
Run amok, man.
be young and free and write about it. That was plan. And what ended up happening is I ended up playing rugby for a couple of seasons and fucking my ankles up, and then just starting a band.
Wow. Far out. And then the poetry started. That's unreal.
Poetry were always there, man. I'd always planned on going around world writing, you know, and it just, you know, poems are lyrics, aren't they, essentially? So I guess it was only a matter of time until they started.
Yeah, oh, man, I was going to say, like, it would have worked so well lyrically for you. You would have just been so much further ahead of the game.
But I've still got, just to me, right, I'm starting like my little home studio, and I've still got numerous books that are during that time where I'll just write, and if I'm ever struggling for lyrics, I've got a lot of good stuff from darker times that'd be good song lyrics. It's just, I don't always want to delve into them in case I dig any shit up that I didn't want digging up. And it's good to write about like current stuff as well, you know, rather than tapping into old shit. But like sometimes I'll I don't know, we all have repeat feelings, don't they? And they'll like trigger certain things, and every now and again, if I get a fucking trigger, I know straight away roughly where to fucking turn to if I want like a few options.
Yeah, well, history does repeat itself sometimes, but, you know, we're all supposed to learn from our mistakes, but do we ever?
We try to do, but not always, eh?
Yeah, that's a funny thing with life. Man, I've got to say, like I was saying before, that video clip, on point, man.
Yeah, thanks. Well, like
on
I said,
point.
I love working with other fucking artists in different sectors of art, because, you know, like if you get a good photographer and you watch them do their thing, it's inspiring, man, seeing someone who's good at their particular thing. And same with Frosty, like you'll give him one idea and he'll listen to the song, he'll get back to you a couple of days later and he's got numerous fucking ideas and plots and themes. It's just, when he's there, and he's like a little Tarantino himself, he's inspiring to be around. So sometimes we just rock up, a couple of changes, and we just say, where do you want us? And he just fucking runs them up, really.
Next time you got to get him on, because I feel like he's the type of person that when he writes his music, he pitches himself in the scene. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like he writes to a moment or something in his head. He can write music to a visual in his head or something like that, because it's so ambient and movie driven. Like I just can't get over how. Yeah, you got to listen to it to understand. This is a big thing. You really need to take the time and listen to the Chavez Cartel to understand. But where did the name come from?
Right, so I've always liked word cartel. I've been fascinated with cartel culture for fucking ever. It's not something I particularly enjoy. I just think it's fascinating. You know, cartel culture in South America. It's like it's a different fucking planet. It's wild. So I've always been fascinated. It's a pretty badass word, and I was doing a lot of writing back in time, and Chavez is an acronym for can have it all very easily. Because I wrote this one line in a book. It's a loose acronym, but I wrote this one line in this book that says you can have it all very easily, but you've got to give it all first. And I just thought, that's a fucking great slogan. What can I do with it? And I've been trying to like put a word before cartel for a while. I started with the word cartel, you know, when it was just poetry, but that's pretty fucking nerdy. So we're never going to call ourselves the word cartel. And then just can have it all very easily. Got narrowed down to the Chavez, and here we are.
Because I thought you were going like the Cesar Chavez.
No,
okay. Oh, that was the first thing. I'm like, oh, these guys are Cesar Chavez fans or something like that. And then I heard the music, and I'm like, dude, this kind of fits that sort of stuff, man. Like, it's very dark and ambient and cartel-y. Like, yeah, it'd fit in any Quentin Tarantino movie like perfectly.
Yeah, no, it's just can have it all very easily, and that's what we've tried to do for the last few years.
Can have it all very easily. I like that. That, my friend, you are a very talented individual. You're very good.
Cheers.
All right.
You have to say that.
No, I don't, genuinely. But at the same time, though, after doing this for a little while now, I've come to the conclusion that I have no right to put shit on anyone for creating anything in this world, because we are only here to create. We are humans. That is what we are put on this earth to do. We create life, we create music, we create tools, we create buildings, we create all types of shit, man. So regardless of whether I think or not their creation is good or not is fucking invalid as long as they are happy with their creation. Who the fuck am I? I'm just here to fucking talk some shit and drink some beers.
That's all we're all here to do, really, mate. Just create, talk shit, and have an ale from time to time.
That's it, man. You know, like some of the, like, and you know, like I'm not the type of person that doesn't mind a good back and forth with people here and there, but you know, at the end of the day, that's how ideas get thought out. You know, you don't just sit there and follow the first thing that comes out of people's mouths. You got to question it, and you just got to dig a bit deeper and get people to validate their theories.
Yeah, bit of research.
That's it. So, in saying that, because you don't really like talking to you before, you know, off stream, you sort of said you went through that metal phase and stuff like that. You don't really sort of strike me as the type of person that has any sort of held on consistencies, maybe a couple with your music, but I'm interested, what are the 3 most influential albums, because I'm really interested to hear what the 3 most influential albums are that had the biggest impact or changed your life?
Creatively, mate, over the last 20 years, I'm a massive fan of Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. I don't know if you're familiar with that band.
No, Black Rebel Motorcycle Club?
Yeah, they're the reason, they're the reason I started the band. Oh. They are that band. So they've got their 3rd record is called Baby 81. And yeah, the sounds from that record, man, are just fucking, just insane. It's just cool as fuck, dirty rock and roll. Just again, soundtrack sort of stuff. You imagine smoke like cigarettes and whiskey, and just, you know, that kind of desert rock sort of shit. And yeah, so Black Rebels, Baby 81. That's my favourite album of the last 20, I would say. Being from north of England, growing up in the 90s. Oasis definitely maybe. Just an unbelievable record, and it blows my mind that people only know him for Wonderwall and a couple of others, because the debut record was just fucking phenomenal. It's a monster.
Yeah, it's like Arctic Monkeys, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I love Arctic Monkeys too. I actually went to watch them in Brisbane last Wednesday.
Oh,
and,
nice.
They've changed a lot. They're a lot different to what they were when I lived at home, but in a good way. They've just, whatever they've tried to do, they've done it successfully, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, well, you got to respect it, love it or hate them. They're bringing out whatever album they fucking want.
Yeah, and whatever they try to do, whatever your thoughts are, whether you like it or not, whatever they try to do, they successfully do. They're that good. So I'll probably say Arctic, just because we're on the topic. Arctic Monkeys AM record's fantastic, and so is the first one. The fucking debut record's phenomenal as well. What other? Oh, that my final one. What's that biggest impact on me is Velvet Underground and Nico Banana album.
Velvet Underground.
Yeah, it's fucking everything, and to be honest, everything that Iggy Pop and Lou Reed have ever done, they're like, I really feel like they're the granddads of everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
I've seen Iggy Pop a couple of times, and I'll tell you what, that motherfucker turns up. That motherfucker turns up.
Yeah. He's phenomenal. Everything Iggy and everything Lou Reed is right there.
You interested in the new Nick Cage album? I think Nick Cage is supposed to be bringing out a new album very soon.
Oh, you said Nick Cage?
Yeah.
I do. Right, so I've got a good mate who we kind of like, my main music mate, I would say. We're always sending each other songs, and I do like his stuff. It's just I've never really got time to listen to chilled out Nick Cave stuff. You know, I'm always like, I've never got time to just lay down and chill, and everything I do is I need fucking pumping tunes, and Nick Cave's not about that, is he? But he's phenomenal, he's special, but I've not heard it. I like that Carnage album that he did with his violinist and composer last time. That's got some weird sounds. I was telling one of the lads about it in band the other day, actually, is I'm sure they put violin through fucking distortion pedals and shit. They've got some insane noises going on.
He would, though.
Yeah, they are good. They are great.
That guy's got no limits. I'm very interested to actually hear. Oh, I'm not going to turn around and say like I'm the biggest Nick Cage fan, but I'm very interested to hear this new album.
Yeah.
When it eventually does come out. So that's sort of
I'm really into a band called Fontaines DC. Have you heard of Fontaines DC?
No, Fontaines DC.
Yeah, they're an Irish post-punk band. They're in my opinion, the probably the best band of the last 5 years. They're fucking really good, and I like Idols too. You like, you know, Idols?
No.
Oh, well, you've got some tasty stuff there. If you get into Black Rebel, Idols, and Fontaines, I think you might thank me.
Idols. I'm writing all this down.
Yeah, Fontaine's DC. They're like a post-punk outfit from Ireland. Idols are a punk band from England, and yeah, they're fucking special, man. They're like the benchmark of guitar music, in my opinion, at the minute.
Oh, wow. See, I love that shit, you know, and that sort of goes into my next one, the sort of bands you like and stuff like that. But you've just given me a very sort of good gauge.
Yeah, actually, there's a local band up here that are doing really well. Have you heard of Full Flower Moon Band?
No.
Right, so they're from Brisbane, and like they're a special band. They're doing big things. I'm a massive fan. They're from Brisbane. They're pretty. They've got one record out. I don't really know how things are going for them, but they have to be fucking they've got to be a huge band. The music's phenomenal. They're so cool. They've got a lady singing and writing songs, I think, and she's just a great front woman. And yeah, they're a special band. They sound similar to, in my opinion, they sound a bit like Black Rebel Motorcycle Club with the sounds, and a bit like PJ Harvey. And yeah, they're special. So I'll give them a mention because I think they deserve a lot of success. Full Flower Moon Band.
Man, good on you, Ben. I love that shit. I love that. Full Flower Moon Band. Go check them out. I'm going to check them out straight after this stream because that's what I like to do afterwards. I'll vibe out later and, yeah, just listen to some good music for the evening.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell ya. When do you think your actual you thought of a music career, like, okay, I want to start a band? Because it seems like you've had a bit of a not an up and down life. You sort of haven't. It seems really weird because most of the time when I talk to people, it's like, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a musician. Right. Like, do you know what I mean? It was always like
weren't that with me? Like, I've always like, yeah, I've always wanted to travel. Like, I'm more interested in that. When I think I went on my first holiday with lads when I was 16. And then we moved to live in Ibiza for a couple of years, and that just after that I couldn't really live at home because I got too addicted to sun and beach and just being in a different country. And so I never really wanted to stay back home. It's a great place, great people. It's just after getting that taste, I had to leave. And it weren't until I got to the other side of the world, and you know, I went through a few issues that I ended up pretty depressed, and that's what started band, man. It came from a dark place, but it's come out. We're now in a really beautiful, bright place. But it started from I got some shit going off in my head that I couldn't talk about because I didn't fully understand it. But I couldn't stay quiet anymore. So I were in a position where I couldn't talk, but I couldn't stay quiet. So I sang, and that's how it came out.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad that music was a therapy thing for you because, you know, I've always said music, poetry, anything creative, whether that be building something or whatever for yourself, not for other people, is it's special.
It is, and I've got like I said, I've got a 3.5-year-old daughter, and I want her to be herself throughout life. I want her to do exactly what she wants to do, but I would really like her to have an outlet, no matter what art it is, because some of my best moments with music is when I'm just crouched in a dark room on my own with a guitar, and no one's ever going to hear that. But it's so pure, and it's just like, I don't know, I want her to have same. Whether it's painting or poetry or music, I don't care what it is, but I would like her to have that option because I think what makes you who you are is the way you treat people and what you choose to do in your spare time. And what I choose to do in my spare time is make music, and it's just so fucking creative and free, and at times it's special. You know, sometimes I'll just have a tiny little amp at my feet in my house on my own, and I close my eyes, I feel like I'm playing in front of a fucking stadium full of people. Do you know what I mean? I don't know anything else that can move you like that. So I wish everyone had something like that. I really do.
Do you know what, Ben? I think it is the most purest thing that you found music and bands so late in your life.
Yeah.
In this weirdest sense, and please don't take offense to this, it's almost like talking to a teenager. Do you know what I mean? Because I guess because you found it so late.
Yeah, I've got that hunger.
The purity that you have to it, never lose it. Never lose it, and you will never be a starving musician because you won't be starved of anything because you're doing it all for the right reasons, brother. You like so much respect to you, man.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, we're very hungry right now. we're driven. We're very driven, and I hope that spark doesn't go for a very long time.
That's and drive is such a good thing to have. Got to have a little bit of ego because you guys deserve it because the music's quality.
Thanks, mate.
Mate, I have one or two more questions before we wrap up tonight.
Yep.
Now, is there, so you know how like Shia LaBeouf was just do it, and stuff like that. Is there like a Chavez Cartel mantra that's sort of like when you guys walk into the studio or walk on the stage and you might be having a shit day, and what's the shitty one-liner that gets you through?
I don't really know, but first thing that's coming to my head is that I might like whenever we used to have good rehearsals, I'd be fucking buzzing. I'd be like, "Sweet boys, fucking best one yet," and they're like, and lads have latched onto that. So we jokingly say best one yet to fucking everything, even if it's shit, even if we go out and have a fucking disastrous gig, or we get, anything happens, it's just fuck it, best one yet. We just kind of just laugh everything off. So I guess that's mantra. We just laugh shit off, man. And I think that's I set saying through life as well, man. Like no matter what happens, it's only a matter of time until you laugh about it. So you might as well just try to laugh about it straight away. If you can't, fair enough. Just take a bit more time, but just laugh it off, So, and our first ever gig were a fucking disaster like that. I think the reason people get stage fright and the reason people like are scared to do something, everything happened that night for us. And we still woke up day after. We still wanted to do it. We still laughed it off. And yeah, like the biggest nightmare were our first step, and then we got over it. So just laugh shit off, man.
I love it. It's so perfect, mate. You guys are just the purest of musician. Like you're just the purest musician I've spoken to in a long time. Just your thoughts, your feelings about music, your process, your professionalism that you guys take towards it. From what I've spoken to you, I can't wait to meet the rest of the boys and interviews as a collective.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my last question that I'd love to ask for anyone that watches out there, and please do watch. What is your best piece of advice to any aspiring musician, young or old out there, to help them either A, get along or just get started?
Well, first, I'll have to start by saying there's people who are way more equipped than I am to answer this question, But what I will say is keep your fucking ambitions and your dreams like way beyond your capability, but just make sure both of them things are moving up. So if your dreams are this fucking high and your capabilities here, just work towards catching them dreams up, man. That's all I'll say.
Wow.
That's what we've been doing. We've just been. I believed in this band when we were a two-piece in my garage with no songs, and I truly believed that. I knew we were shit, but I know how driven I am, and I know that when I latch onto something, I don't fucking let it go. So when we first started, we were terrible, really terrible, but I still dreamed fucking so big, and I don't believe in ourselves any less now. We're at this stage, so I think we're always going to be chasing something, but I think it's important just to narrow that gap between your ambition and your capability, but never reach it, because once you reach your dream, you're fucking done, aren't you? There's nothing after that.
No, that's when that's when you hit that peak, and what's after the peak?
Yeah, that's it. So in summary, like, believe in yourself, but also have humility to know that if you're not there where you want to be, it's because you're not good enough yet, and that's fine.
Yeah, you just got to work harder.
Keep fucking going.
That's it, boy. That's it, man. All right. Now, one last thing before we go, because I'm trying to get all the bands to do this, or whoever does it. On the count of three, I want your biggest, your best, without obviously disturbing your kids and stuff like that. Give me a good hard Jimna rocks, and we'll wrap this bad boy up. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Jimna rocks.
Yes. All right, everyone. That was Ben. Ben, give everyone a wave.
Yeah, nice one. Thanks for having us. I appreciate it.
Mate, thank you. We really appreciate it. Guys, we hope we gave you a bit more insight into the Chavez Cartel. Please, please, please like, subscribe. Anything you guys do helps. Any way you can, go check out the Chavez Cartel on Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, all that cool stuff. Most of all, go and get tickets. Go and get tickets to Jimna Rock. So we can go see these guys and you can come see me. We can have a beer and we can do all that cool shit. All right, don't go anywhere yet. So yes, please click the link down to this in the description. Go get your tickets, camping tickets. Keep an eye out for the giveaways that will be coming up very soon. And I will speak to you all soon. Ben, you've been an absolute blast tonight. One more quick wave. Give us a wave. Yeah, beautiful. All right, guys. Take it easy. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another.